Dear students, all of you are most welcome in my third video related to solid state and in the regular syllabus of class 12 science. So here already we had discussed what is solid and in what way we are in a position to study the structure of solid. In connection with that, we had seen what are different types of solid, and after that we had seen with example different classifications of solids. Correct? Up to that it is already in our knowledge. Then on the basic information related to all that which is now with us, now we are in a position to just enhance our knowledge and we will make the complete postmortem of structure of any solid. So when we will focus to special terms related to solid state, then first thing which comes is unit cell. Unit cell. Dear student, focus on this word unit. Correct? So really it is a basic building unit. So the minimum repeating unit of a particular solid, which is when repeated again and again, it forms the total crystalline structure is known as unit cell. Correct? I am repeating it. Students, the minimum repeating unit presenting the structure of any of the solid, which is when repeated again and again, it forms the total crystalline structure of the solid is known as unit cell. Detailed study related to this, it was done by a person, Brevis, and that's why the work done by that fellow in this regard is known as Brevis lattice, and since it is related to crystals, it is also known as crystal lattice. Correct? So when this is the unit, or you can correlate a very suitable example of it to inject the knowledge in your brain that you must have seen wall. So the wall of the building, it is how it is getting into existence. It is due to a regular repetition of a structural unit. And what is that? It is brick. When brick is repeated again and again, what it forms is wall. So brick is unit cell and the total crystalline structure, it is the wall. Correct? So in this way, we got the idea of this unit cell. Correct? So when all type of solids available in this very world, it was studied and the work was placed by Brevis. What he found that there are basic 7 different types of unit cells. Very clearly they are just written in the NCERT book in tabular form. So the names of all those 7 different type of unit cells with their examples, with their dimensions, with their dimensional analysis, they are there. So just I refer it, you will see that one. Correct? So when we try to look about its dimension, then one corner of the unit cell which is considered as origin, then it will be measured with a yardstick of x, y and z axis. Correct? All are perpendicular on each other initially. So when the different angle between them, alpha, beta and then gamma. Correct? So these angles between these and the distance along the axis, suppose A, B and C. So the dimensional yardstick for these unit cells, it is A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma. Correct? So when you will go through that tabular presentation of NCERT, you will find that out of those 7 unit cells, which are further classified into more type of unit cells, and altogether they are 14. So broadly it is 7 and altogether 14. But it does not mean that all have got 2 parts. Someone is alone, someone has got 4 parts, someone has got 3 parts, like this. Correct? So you will go through that NCERT table and you will find that the first unit cell, which is in our syllabus of class 12, it is cubical. It is cubical. So here what happens? A is equal to B is equal to C. Alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree. So when this criteria is fulfilled, the unit cell is called cubical unit cell. And this very cubical unit cell, it is further divided into 3 parts. Just we will see about this one. So just a unit cell here from that table of NCERT. Sometimes in the competitive exam of 12 level, only a question is asked frequently, out of all the unit cell, which one is highly symmetrical? So it is what? It is cubical, where A is equal to B is equal to C, alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree. And 7th one, triclinic. Triclinic. It is also a unit cell, and here what happens? A is not equal to B, is not equal to C, A is not equal to B, is not equal to C, and alpha not equal to beta, is not equal to gamma, is not equal to 90 degree. So what it is? It is highly unsymmetrical. So from that table, generally only this question is asked, which unit cell is highly symmetrical and which is highly unsymmetrical. In between this 1 and 7, 5 more are there. You will go through that table and you will find the regular variation in their criteria. That is A is equal to B, then B is not equal to C. Then next will be A is not equal to B, but B is equal to C. In this way, there is also here variation of angles. So they make different type of unit cells. Now confined to the unit cell which is prescribed in class 12 syllabus, that is the cubical one. It is cubical. In this cubical unit cell, it is of 3 types. Let us see how and why different names are given. So first of all, you draw a cube. So just a cubical structure of unit cell have three different variety. First is this one, that is for make it more clear, I have brought something you see here. It is exactly not cube, but it is very close to cube. So this very thing we can have its orientation close to cubical, correct? So in this very cube, what we see that in this very cube there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Note down in your copies, cube have 8 corners. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 faces. Correct? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sides, also called edges. Correct? So the structure of cube have the special points which can be noticed are corners. How many? 8 corners. How many? 8 corners. Then faces. How many faces? 6 faces. Then edges. How many edges? Or you will call side or edge? It is how much? 12. 10 and 2. 12 edges. Correct? So in this way, it is the representation of a cube, and in this very cube, if the constituents, recall your memory, the word which I had used again and again in my first video, constituents, from where it is made up of. So when constituents are at all the 8 corners, at all the 8 corners, then it is simple cubic. And when it is at all the 8 corners, and in addition to that, one constituent is also in the center of the cube, then it is called body centered cubing. It is known as body centered cubing. And a particular cube where constituents are on all the 8 corners, as well as on all the 6 faces, that is at the center of the face. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it is 5 and 6. Correct? Let us see. It is the center of front face. This is the center of back face. Correct? So here, 3-dimensional figure of unit cell, or we call it cube, it should be inside our brain, because you see, when you are looking at cube, then only this is visible. This face, front face, it is completely hidden, not visible to you. Back face, but front face and back face, what they are? They are just parallel to each other. Exactly, they are just hiding each other. Correct? So it is called simple cubic. It is called body centered cubic. And it is called face centered cubic. Face centered cubic. In short, it is called SC. It is called BCC, and this is called FCC. Dear students, there is one more such unit cell given in NCERT, but that has got no any practical utility in the total chapter. Since it is mentioned in NCERT, that's why I am here placing before you to see all the 8 corners having constituent and at 2 opposite faces, suppose one here and other here, then it is called end centered. End centered. Correct? So these are 3 different varieties of what? Call it unit cell. Mainly, if you will count this one, 4. But in the counting of 14 brevis lattice, this one is not counted. Only these 3 is counted in the 14 brevis lattice of the crystalline structure. Then, when we got the idea of cube and different varieties of cube in which solids are available with us, then let us try to know that how many constituents are really present here. Correct? So that type of calculation is known by the name rank of unit cell, and it is represented by the symbol Z. Rank of unit cell having its representation Z, a small z. Correct? So start the topic rank of unit cell. Rank of unit cell. Students, total number of constituents which are really present in unit cell, it is known as rank of unit cell. Once more, total number of constituents which are really present in a unit cell, it is known as rank of that unit cell. Correct? So let us try to calculate the rank. Come here. First of all, calculate the rank for simple cubic. If somebody asks how many atoms are present here, by normal counting, somebody will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct? But it is wrong. 8 atoms are not present here. So let us try to count it really by applying our actual vision, because in the very start of this chapter in my first video I have told you that here we need two types of vision, normal drishti and divya drishti. In Hindi this word is used, normal drishti, sadharan drishti or divya drishti. So what we have to do? We have to take consideration of the three-dimensional orientation of the constituent present in crystalline structure. Correct? So, you see, this is one cube having 8 corners, 6 faces, 12 edges. Now, suppose a second cube is brought close to it and somebody asks you, what is common between these two cubes? Simply you will answer this face. Correct? Face is shared between two cubes. One complete face of one and other. When they touch, two cubes come close to each other. Now, if I am placing 4 cubes close to each other, then if I am asking what is common among all these 4, you will answer this is here. The line you see, this is common among all 4. So what conclusion we can draw? Number 1. Face is shared between the 2. Edge is shared between the 4. Among the 4. Then let us imagine that 4 more cubes are kept on this all the 4. 4 more cubes are here present. Then what will happen? 8 cubes are close to each other. Now 8 cubes are close to each other. Now the same question. Which is common among all the 8? Answer is discord. That is the top of these 4 cubes and bottom of the 4 cubes which are taken above it. This point, this corner is common among all the 8. So very clearly we came to know that this constituent which is present in this corner, this constituent, it is a spherical atom but not 100% in this very itself. It is shared among all the 8 cubes. So one atom is shared among 8. So in one cube, what fraction of it is present? It is present 1 by 8. It is present 1 by 8. And how many such Corners are there 8. So it will be multiplied by 8. So naturally it will come to 1. Means rank of simple cubic is 1. Correct? The value of Z for simple cubic is 1. Then come to this one. Body centered cubic. Here Z is equal to, you see, all the 8 corners, no problem. Already we came to know it is 1 by 8 multiplied by 8 plus this constituent, it is exactly present in the center of the cube, and that's why it is 100% counted 1. So 1 and 1, it will be 2. Correct? Rank for body centered cubic, it will be 2. Then come to the rank for third face centered cubic. Here similarly for corners it will be 1 by 8 into 8 plus, dear students, here the constituent is just located where? It is located at the center of the face, and that's why it is face is shared between the two. Just we had seen by touching, by just making close two cubes. So when a constituent present at the center of the cube will have half portion in one cube and half portion in the second cube. Correct? So it will have then how much? 1 by 2 into 6. 1 by 2 into 6. So it will be 1 plus 3, that is 4. 1 plus 3, that is 4. How many cubes? How many constituents? 4. Z is equal to 4 for FCC. And dear students, you will be always keeping in your mind, will get by heart about these values, because while solving the numericals, these are needed again and again. That is the rank for simple cubic 1, BCC 2 and FCC 4. Correct? And I think this you can easily calculate. No need my support. It is 1 by 8 into 8 plus 1 by 2 into 2. Correct? This one. It was about the rank of the unit cell. Correct? Then come to the next feature related to this unit cell. It is density. Density. From very beginning in physics, you might have exact idea of this word density. It is mass per unit volume related to any matter. So it's already in our knowledge that density is a property which is free from mass. That's why what we can do the strategy now, that if we want to know the density of a particular solid, then this can easily be calculated by calculating the density of its unit cell, because whether we are taking small pieces or big pieces have no difference. Correct? So density of unit cell will be density of that solid. So let us see about density of the unit cell. Density of unit cell is equal to mass of unit cell divided by volume of unit cell. Correct? Now, dear students, as you are aware from first chapter of class 11 syllabus, by discussing mole concept, what we know that Na atoms or molecule or ion, whatever it may be. So these atoms, which is popular by the name Avogadro number, has got mass m. And what it is? It is, in case of element, it is atomic mass. In case of molecule or ion compound, it is molecular mass. So this is, if this number of atoms we will take, its mass will be this. So one atom has got mass m upon Na. So Z atoms have got mass m upon Na into Z. And just see, Z atoms are present where? Z atoms are present in one unit cell, which is famous by the name rank of unit cell. Correct? So this m upon Na into Z, this stands for mass of unit cell. It stands for mass of unit cell. Correct? And in cubical structure, if one side, it is also called edge length. If this is A, edge length, if it is A, then volume will be equal to A cube. Volume will be equal to A cube. So mass this one, volume this one, mass upon volume will be density. Correct? So I think you have noted it down. It is mass, that is volume. Now these two values we are going to place here. It will be Z m upon A cube into NP. It has got the symbol rho. So rho is equal to Z m upon A cube NA. It is about density of unit cell or density of that solid. Correct? Now dear student, It's not possible that all the time we are taking 1 mole. Any quantity can be taken for that solid. In that case, rho will be equal to Zm upon A cube into n, where this m, it is not molecular mass, it is not atomic mass, but it is any mass. Then this n, it is not Avogadro number, it is any number. Correct? So density can be calculated out. This is derived from it that here rho is equal to this one, where m is any mass and n is any number. Correct? So in this way we can find density of the solid. Dear students, in the regular examinations of class 12, in so many exams like from monthly test to half yearly and pre-board and then finally into board examinations, numerical based on this formula is frequently asked. At the same time, in competitive exam also, so many questions related to this formula and numericals, they are asked related to this very thing. So let's try to conclude all the things which we had discussed in this very video. Number one, we started from definition of the unit cell. Correct? After that, we had seen a particular unit cell. What was that? Cubicle. Then different types of cubicle structure. After that, rank of unit cell. That is number of constituents present in that unit cell. And last, we had discussed about density of the unit cell as well as we call it density of the solid. Okay, thanks you all in this very video, and you just try to go through all these and make exercises on that. Numerical practice we will do it in the next video. Thank you all.